to those in attendance and in this beautiful edifice, and to our virtual audience, good evening and welcome. Thank you for your patience. My name is June Mozon Byers, and I'm the co-chair of the Martin Luther King Memorial Scholarship Board. We are excited to honor 38 seniors from the McCaskey High School campus this evening. In this awards celebration this evening, these students will be receiving well-deserved scholarships totaling $254,500. We are honored as the Martin Luther King Memorial Scholarship Fund to participate and be awarding that amount of money to 38 scholars this evening. You will hear more about our recipients later in the program. This is the 41st year that the fund is presenting deserving students with scholarships that will contribute to their higher education. The fund began with one $500 scholarship back in 1982. And since then, with this year's scholarships, awards have been given to over 500 students, totaling over $1 million. Can you give us a round of applause for that? Yeah. This is possible because of our wonderful donors, some of whom are with us tonight. So please give them a hand. We, the board, would like to thank you for your generosity and commitment to helping our students fulfill their dream of higher education. Of course, I would love to call each of you by name to personally thank you, but I'm afraid I would miss someone. So I will leave that recognition to my co-chair when she gives final remarks. Whether you are a past or present donor, again, we wish to thank you. There are so many unseen heroes who have supported our organization throughout these 41 years, and we thank you also. I would like to extend a special thank you to Pastor Mensah and the members of this church for the use of this facility for meetings, this celebration, the tent outside of which we invite you all to celebrate with us after the event ends, a scholarship in their honor, and just so much more. Thank you also to Jeffrey Herr, the sexton, who sets up for us, who will break down after this event, and is possibly the cameraman who is live streaming this event. Please give them a hand. We invite you to please use your program insert for a brief history of our fund and a list of former recipients by year, as well as a list of our wonderful and generous donors. Although she was not born in Lancaster, I'm sure many consider her a homegrown native of Lancaster County. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Janelle Stelson, a multi-award-winning journalist and news anchor for WGAL-TV, who will serve as our mistress/master of ceremonies this evening. We are delighted, yes, to have her serve in this capacity. And without further ado, please welcome Janelle Stelson.
Thank you so much for being here. Is this actually on, Jeff? Is it working? Yes, it is. It was supposed to be on my ear, but it got caught on the doorknob coming out here and ripped off my head. So there you go. Guess I don't know how to put on a microphone. I would just like to say thank you for being here. This is such an honor to be invited. And, you know, you can't say enough about the fact that these people who you're going to hear from tonight are our future. And we're really proud of you. We're actually depending on you to solve some of the problems that we have created and some we have not. I have no doubt you will go on to figure out the climate crisis that we are handing over to you and make our beautiful Mother Earth more livable, more sustainable. You know, who knows, you could be the next one solving cancer, curing AIDS, taking care of whatever comes after the coronavirus. We are really depending on you for all of that, and that's part of what these scholarships are about, It's a little bit of responsibility, and we're handing it off to you so you'll become even more educated and really be the ones to lead the way to the future. So thank you all for being here tonight. I am so proud of you, and I'm so happy to be involved. We are now going to hear from the man who you usually hear from when you're sitting in these pews. He's the senior pastor of this church, Holy Trinity Lutheran, of course. He's also, very importantly, an MLK Junior board member. And Pastor Menser is going to provide tonight's invocation.
But you won't be hearing from me nearly as long as you would on Sunday morning, so.
Is that good or bad?
Let us pray. Source of all goodness, we give thanks for the gift of reason and the opportunity for education. Bless the school district of Lancaster as it strives to be a place of learning and safety. Bless the teachers who have challenged the minds and nurtured the souls of these graduates. Send your blessing upon all who are committed to the hard work of teaching and the hard work of learning. Give them clarity of vision and freshness of thought. Keep them away from believing what isn't true and rejecting what is the truth. May their hearts and minds be disciplined in such a way that they grow in wisdom and are prepared to face the challenges of this life. It's in your holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Menser. That was beautiful. At this time, Pam McCarty, she is an MLK board member, is going to be introducing our former recipient speaker, and we're all very excited about this. Pam?
Thank you, Janelle. In 2016, we were able to offer the first four-year scholarship in honor and memory of Mr. Nelson Polite Sr., an original MLK board member and a hugely important leader in the Lancaster community. Our next speaker was the first to receive this award. As a refugee from Somalia, he came to McCaskey as a junior and worked tirelessly to make the most of all that McCaskey had to offer. Since then, he has built a profession deeply rooted in helping others thrive. Here to share his journey, please help me welcome Mr. Mahmoud Muhammad.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to stand in front of you tonight and in front of the scholarship recipients, their families and loved ones, members of the board, and also members of the community at large. My name is Mahmoud Muhammad. I go by more Muhammad, they're absolutely fine. As Pam said, I immigrated to the United States in 2014, and I completed my senior year of high school at JP McCaskey. I was in between JP and East, but JP always will have my heart. Since then, I have been fortunate enough to attend Elizabethtown College. I double majored in psychology and religious studies. After I completed my undergrad, I went ahead and pursued a master's in clinical mental health counseling at Villanova University, which will be now a year since I graduated, which is awesome news on my part. Currently, I am a private counselor here at Lancaster City at an agency called Connect Counseling. I'm also a contractor with a community mental health agency in Pottstown. So my goal for the speech tonight is to leave the recipient with a little life lesson that I have learned throughout my journey thus far. Michael Schur, a TV producer, once said, "You can't achieve anything entirely by yourself. There are support systems that are basic requirements for human existence. To be happy and successful on earth, you just have to have people that you can rely on." As you begin this life-changing journey, it is important to acknowledge the people who have helped you get here. These may include your parents and your guardians, your extended family, teachers and mentors, and also community members. Take a moment to express your gratitude to those who have supported you this long way and made it possible for you to sit here with us here tonight. And if it's good with the audience, if you can join in hands of applause to teachers, mentors, and family members who made our scholarship recipient be here tonight. Personally, I have faced many challenges as a first-generation college student. My parents did not complete a high school education, so I had to adjust to a new environment and at the same time navigate higher education on my own. However, by receiving the MLK scholarship and receiving the Nelson Polite Senior Scholarship, it provided me with opportunities that I could not count on both of my hands. During my time at Elizabethtown College, I was able to complete several research projects with faculty members on campus. I was also able to study abroad in London, England during my junior year. Some of that work that I have completed as a research project was presented at the Eastern Psychological Association during my junior year of undergrad. All these accomplishments were made possible by not only having grit and self-determination. They were also accomplished by the support of my family, professors, mentors, and people that I have met throughout my journey thus far. If there is one thing of a nugget of wisdom I can leave with you tonight is to take a stock to your support system. Engage with them and make it clear that you are dependent on them as you start this triumphal journey going to college. As I conclude my speech, I would like to share an important teaching that resonated with me as I was writing this speech this week. Despite growing up in a Muslim household, hence the last name Muhammad, I have come to realize that many religions share similar beliefs, particularly the Abrahamic faith. In Romans 15, 1-13, written, accept one another, then as Jesus Christ accept you, in order to bring praise to God. This message serves as a reminder that we are all human beings, regardless of our creed and our differences, and that we should embrace one another with love, acceptance, and kindness. Thank you guys so much for giving me some of your time. And congratulations to the recipients.
That was beautiful, Mahmoud. Thank you. And I will say, just the other day on TV, we had a news story, I think it was earlier this week, about the growing percentage of Americans who say they are under mental duress and having mental health issues. So again, as we talk about the leaders who go out and help take care of business, especially proud that you're helping with some of these issues. So thank you so much. All right, our next order of business. Becky Grube is going to come up. She's the co-chair of the MLK board, and she's going to recognize some of our special guests and donors tonight. If you're not recognized, it doesn't mean you're not special. It just, she has a couple of others. So please give her a warm welcome.
Thank you. I would like to just say that our past recipient speaker is a great demonstration of why we do this for our students. So thank you. I have some special people to thank tonight who contributed to this fund in many different ways. First of all, you can see a list of donors in your program, and I hope that you will take a look at that because we're grateful to each and every one of them who is listed there as they continue to support this fund year after year. So thank you so much to each person on that list. I would like to especially thank Janelle Stelson tonight for agreeing to be here this evening and presenting the awards. We appreciate your presence so much. Thank you. I would like to recognize some donors who are here tonight. First of all, the law firm of Hagel, Gantz, and Veronis has been extremely generous in the past several years, and this year they have once again donated 4 $5,000 scholarships and 1 $10,000 scholarship. Both Jim Hagel, Gantz, and Nicholas Veronis are graduates of McCaskey High School, and they see this as a way of giving back to their school and community. In addition to Hagel, Gantz, and Veronis provides tech support for us and also accounting support, and we're grateful for this, the law firm doing this for us at no cost. In addition, this year, Nicholas and his wife Susan have contributed several scholarships. You can see those in your program as well. So we thank you very much, Nico, and I think Nico has a few words he'd like to say. Just a few, Nico.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to say that Jim Hagel, Gantz, and I, every year we try to think of things we can do to impact our community and help those in our community. And I can tell you, even though he's more into the theater, I'm way more into the MLK Scholarship Fund. So I don't let him. Every year, if he tries to cut back on the scholarship fund, I said, no way, we're not, or you're going to cut back on the theater. But on behalf of the firm, we've tried to get others involved. Our IT guy set up the website and did things. And also I got my family involved. All 5 of my siblings graduated from McCaskey. So now with my family involved and the firm, we're giving $75,000 a year in scholarships. And the Bostieber Foundation is giving $100,000, and you probably never heard of that foundation. It was some guy who invented something down in Philadelphia, and it just so happened my roommate in law school took over that foundation. So I called him and said, can you help the MLK Scholarship Fund in Lancaster? And they're giving a $100,000 scholarship now. Few opportunities in life are more valuable than a higher education. To all the scholars here tonight, we honor your accomplishments and are more impressed by the challenges you have overcome. It's easy to accomplish if you've been given a lot in life, but when you haven't been given a lot, like many of the recipients who are here this evening, it's even more impressive when you overcome those challenges to succeed the way you have. In our interviews of many of you, and this board is incredible because it's a 100% volunteer board. They spend many, many hours interviewing, vetting the parents' finances, reading the essays, and I can tell you that we're so moved each year because many of the students get 4.3 grade point averages, far higher than Hegelgans and I ever got, and they're also working 25 hours a week or more in a job, and in many cases they're taking care of siblings in their household while their parents work. That's just an incredible tribute to the people here this evening receiving the scholarships. What distinguishes this board more than anything else is its passion for education and its desire to see that everyone can gain an education to expand their lives. And your parents, of course, Janelle said, and they should be honored greatly tonight because your parents have made many sacrifices to get you where you're at today. And we thank them very much for raising such exceptional young men and women. Along with caring teachers and mentors, you now have the foundation to prosper in college. We are confident with the higher education you receive, you will not only do well for yourself, but you will pay it forward and share and give back your talents to our community and the world. And as Janelle said, more than ever, our country and world needs your young and creative minds to solve the complex problems we have and even remedy a lot of the damage done by older, less enlightened leaders. So I can just say, scholars, go forth and prosper. Thank you.
I would just like to make a correction that the Bostieber Foundation is donating $25,000, but it will be, I think it will be $100,000 this year because they have donated $25,000 in the last 4 years. So oh, okay, that's great. Okay, we'll check on that later. But I do want to recognize a representative of the Bostieber Foundation. I can tell you a little bit about it. It's a philanthropic organization based in Media, and their mission is to provide scholarships to talented students of good moral character in the fields of science, technology, and commerce, and to promote an understanding of the historic relationship between the United States and Austria, and to support programs that prevent cruelty to animals. So we're just delighted that Nico has introduced us to this group. And Mary Wachterhauser, I believe, is here somewhere. I haven't seen Mary. There she is. Would you just stand up and be recognized? She's from the Bostieber Foundation. So thank you very much. We also I want to recognize, although they've already been recognized, the Holy Trinity Lutheran Church for the scholarship they give each year, as well as for their support throughout the year. They provide a place for us to meet monthly. They provided the tent, they provide all kinds of things, and they especially provide Jeffrey Herr. Where are you, Jeffrey? Stand up. Oh, there he is. Let's give him a hand. Jeffrey does all the setups and tear downs of the meetings that we have, and we really appreciate all he does. And tonight he's recording this for us. And special thanks to Reverend Dr. Timothy Menser, who has been a faithful and dedicated board member representing Holy Trinity Church for many years. Pastor Menser is headed to a new calling this month, and we wish him many blessings and much success in his new position. And we just thank him from the bottom of our hearts for having been on our board and doing so many wonderful things for us through the years. Thank you, Pastor Menser. There he is. Special thanks to Kathy and Edward Schoenberger. Where are you, folks? Would you stand up so we can see you? They have established an endowed fund for the scholarship fund, and this year they are presenting the first scholarship from that fund, and each year in the coming years, a new scholarship will be added so that in the coming years, 4 scholarships will be coming from their endowment fund each year. So let's give them a hand. Thank you very much. And we would like to give a special thank you to Donegal Insurance Group. Chuck Smith is here tonight. Would you stand and be recognized? Donegal is providing 2 scholarships this year, and they also underwrote our dessert social after the program, so we really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Other scholarship donors present this evening, I believe William and Amy Mowbray are here, and I'm not sure where you are. There they are. Thank you. And June Heller is here. Whereas June's on our board, but she also has given a scholarship. There she is back there. And did I see Thomas and Sandra Johnson? Okay. Mary, there they are. I thought I saw you earlier. Is Mary France here tonight? Okay, and I think I did not see Betty Beck, is that correct? And Sharon Hargrave. Christine and George Veronis. So those are some of the people that are supporting the scholars tonight with special scholarships, and we just thank everybody for their donations. And although Nico mentioned this, I do want to say I would like everyone to give a round of applause for the families of the students, because without your support, they could not have accomplished all they accomplished. So let's give a round of applause for the families of the students. And I believe Dr. David Parry is here from the school board. Are you here, Dr. Parry? Oh. Okay. All right. So last but not least, I would like the scholarship committee to stand if you're in here. I know some of them are still setting up outside, but if you're in here, would you stand up so that we can give you a thank you, everybody that's on the committee. And thank you all for coming. I'll hand this back to Janelle.
Okay, great. Thank you, Becky. I would just like to say, you were talking about the families, you know, without a strong mother, father, whether it's a grandparent or your uncle or your aunt. I'm particularly happy to be an auntie to several nieces and nephews and think it's a very important role in life. It's just, you know, that support means everything, because it actually allows you to fail a little bit because you have a safety net. So thank you, families. All right, we now come to the main order of business. We're going to be presenting the 2023 scholarships. This year there are 38 of them, sharing a total of $254,500. Congratulations. And particularly, as Becky just outlined, thank you so much to the benefactors here. Nick, you are fantastic, and those of you who are providing these opportunities for young people, they probably will never be able to thank you enough. Even if they go on to cure cancer or do some of these things, it's so important early in life that you have that foundation that can allow you to be successful and allow you to fail a little bit. So thank you for everything you do. I would like to introduce now Matthew Coonan. He's the communication arts teacher at the McCaskey Building, and also Rachel Brumbach, communications arts teacher at the East Building. They're members of the Scholarship Fund Board. They're going to be making the scholarship award presentations with me as I read the bios of the students. And having a father who was a teacher of American history after he was an Alaska State Trooper. Earlier you were talking about where I was born. I was born in the Alaska bush, way the heck up in Fairbanks, Alaska. So, you know, my sister's an educator on Bainbridge Island in Washington State, just off of Seattle. So I know that you have the hardest job in the world. There's nothing more important than a well-educated society, because that leads to everything else. And you are the foundation of it. So thank you for all you do, all of the educators here.
Thank you.
Okay, and having said that, we're going to tag team a little bit. I'm doing some of the awards and asking the recipients to come up. Are they going to be speaking as well, or not tonight? They will be speaking? Yes. Okay, if you want to speak, we would be happy to hear from you. We want to see if we're getting our money's worth. All right, but what I was going to say about the influence of teachers is these two are up here because it means a lot more to students to have their teachers say something great about them than someone who they maybe don't know or only see on TV. And I just want to tell you all, I'm not being rude. We were planning to have a photographer here tonight, but there's some disaster somewhere that called them away. Frankly, I think nothing's more important, but whatever it was, our photographer is elsewhere. So I'm going to be taking some pictures. I don't mean to be rude with my cell phone, but you will see yourself on the news, on News 8 at 11 tonight. So there you go. Our first recipient tonight is Sama El Tamimi. Sama, come right up. Is Sama here?
No,
Oh, she's not. Well, let me just read her background so you can hear how fabulous she is. It's not long. She moved to Lancaster from Iraq when she was in 2nd grade. She recognizes her grandmother as the person who has most influenced her in her scholarship essay. She wrote that to love wholeheartedly and unconditionally is my biggest motivation. My grandmother was my best friend, so that speaks to my heart. In their recommendation letters, teachers describe Sama as someone with exceptional character who is a role model and a positive example for others. She's going to be attending Millersville University to study business, so congratulations to her. All right, that means Ding Par is next, which is one of the coolest names I've ever heard. Is Ding here? No. Oh, no, Ding not here either. Okay, well, let me say a little bit about Ding as well. She participated in an internship program at the United Way for 25 hours per week through the CTE program at school. She's also active in her church youth group and works at the Sweet Shop, one of my personal favorites. In her scholarship essay, she wrote, "I have a dream for a better school system and better treatment toward everyone in the world, no matter what color we are." Recommenders described Ding as intelligent, kind, a delight, and said she leads by example. Ding is also going to be attending Millersville to study accounting, so congratulations to Ding Park. Okay, this is kind of a crazy night because we have two groups of twins who are going to be recognized. We're going to call them up separately because, you know, they need to be treated separately sometimes. But the first twin of the night is Abigail Balbuena. Abigail, come on up. fabulous to see you. I'm going to say a few nice things before you talk, but go ahead and take the podium. Abigail is a member of the National Honor Society and the National Technical Honor Society. She's an intern in the CTE Health Careers Program. She volunteers at her church and in the community while also working at Tommy Hilfiger, which is why she's so stylish and cute, I guess, as a salesperson and cashier. References say, Abigail is an outstanding example of a well-rounded student who expertly balances school, work, and volunteer activities. She's a scholar and hard worker, but she's also patient, kind, and genuinely cares about people. Abigail is going to be attending HAC to be a paramedic. So cool. She might save our lives.
Abigail.
And she's preferring not to speak tonight, which is totally okay. This is America. You get to do what you want, Abigail. All right. Our next recipient is Valeria Salinas. Congratulations. Valeria is a member of the National Honor Society track and field team, Rotary Mentoring Program, the HOSA Club, and National Technical Honor Society. She also works as a babysitter. In her scholarship essay, Valeria, is it Valeria or Valeria? Valeria, that's so pretty. I'm sorry not to have it perfect. Valeria explains that she wants to help children understand that we can all overcome any situation, and she also wants to motivate them to continue fighting for their dreams and goals. One recommender describes her as a leader in the school and community who will make a positive impact on the world. She's going to be attending HAC to become a surgical technician. Congratulations.
Well, I didn't prepare a speech. I didn't prepare anything. I didn't know I had to talk, but it's fine. I'm really grateful about this scholarship because it's my first step to go into the professional field, and I'm just really grateful. Thank you all.
Thank you, Valeria. And Matt, you're going to come up and talk about Ms. Cruz.
Yeah, can everyone hear me? No. All right, this is... And also, how about now? Can everyone hear me now?
You can take the podium if you need, Matt.
We've had mic failures all night. Put this aside. All right, now can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, students, I also have a question for you. How many of you are slightly nervous to get up here and speak, possibly? Yeah, you know what? All of us are too, so we feel you, all right? But remember also too, what do you do sometimes? Let a deep breath out. And then take a deep breath in. And look around. Everyone here cares about you. Everyone here wants to see you succeed. This is that night, all right? So just know that you got this. I'm so thrilled to go ahead and recognize Brianna Cruz. Brianna was, she's one of the hardest workers that I know, and I'm gonna read a little bit because otherwise I'm just gonna tear up. But Brianna is a historian officer of the HOSA Club, a link crew leader, and a member of both the National Honor Society and the National Technical Honor Society. In her scholarship essay, Brianna explained how I went through many experiences in my childhood that shaped me into wanting to help my community. Helping others has always been a dream of mine. And references describe Brianna as dedicated and passionate and someone who brings positive energy to every situation. I can tell you their words are true. Brianna, come on up.
Should also, could you recognize your family? I know because they're just sitting right here. I don't know if this is your mother or what, but she couldn't be, if she smiled any harder, you would break the roof with your, with your cheeks. If you could maybe say a few words or at least recognize them, it would be wonderful.
Well, the same as Valeria, I did not prepare anything for tonight, but I'm glad for you guys to give me a chance to pursue my career pathway, and a thanks to my family for being here, and especially my mom.
So proud of you all. That is really fantastic. I'm not supposed to be crying. You got to run the show. All right, Matt, you have another.
Yeah, the next student I have, I'm thrilled to present, is Paw. Paw, come on up. Bree is the president of the art club and sings in the Mennonite Children's Choir of Lancaster. And with choir, she has participated in annual stateside tours and last summer toured the Czech Republic. Bree came to Lancaster through a refugee resettlement program. One recommender explained, "I have seen her embrace opportunity, rise above challenges, and balance a school academic and work schedule, all while remaining committed to her family and faith and community." The other thing is, too, she's an extraordinary artist with quite an eye for poetry and art, and so it's a thrill to present her.
I want to say thank you, and I'm very grateful to have gotten this scholarship. Thanks to my family for always supporting me, and siblings for having my back.
Take a second, we got time.
Okay. I have my younger sibling. She's in 11th grade over back there, and I also have my dad back there.
Oh, you guys have to stand up. Thank you and congratulations. You know, Matt was talking about look around and see all the support, or no, he was saying, see all the support and take a deep breath because it makes you nervous to talk. He's not confessing that when we were back here before we came out, I was hyperventilating because I was nervous because this is such an important night for everyone. But the other thing you need to do, and those of us who are a little bit older than the students understand that life is so short and you gotta look around. You know, we all fail. Hopefully you have more success than failures, but this is a big night for everybody. You gotta look around and soak this all in because sometimes life gets harder and this stuff is really, really important. All right. Next, we have Maya Desmaris. If you could come up. Hi, Maya, congratulations. Maya is ranked 5th in her class. She's going to be earning an IB diploma. Maya is the parliamentarian of the National Honor Society, secretary of Club Unify, a Link crew leader, member of the marching band, field hockey, unified track, echo club, ski club, costume team for spring musical. You still have time to study? This is incredible. Okay. She also babysits on a regular basis, got to make a little money. One reference said, she is a gift to anything that she commits herself to and has an exceptional understanding and appreciation for all people and a desire to be a difference maker. Maya will be attending Drexel for design and merchandising. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Are you so beautiful? I love those videos. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your family?
Hi, everyone. I want to thank my family for always supporting me and motivating me to try my hardest. Yeah, thanks.
All right, Rachel Brumbach, you have somebody now that you'd like to.
It works. Yay. Okay. So I am presenting Simon Hoover. Is he here? Yay. So, hi Simon. Simon served as captain of the tennis team, had lead roles in the spring musicals the past 2 years, and both of those roles were sort of villains, which I don't know about that. Not a little bit. Doesn't really fit his personality, but it's okay. He also was in marching band, concert band, orchestra, National Honor Society, and soccer. He volunteers with We Love Lanc, is active in his church youth group, and works at Sukhothai as a server. In his scholarship essay, Simon wrote, "I have chosen to become a writer in order to bring light to the roots of our society's problems. I know I will not be satisfied unless I am meaningfully impacting my community and world in a positive way." I'm really excited that he wants to be a writer, just saying, as an English teacher, as his English teacher. One recommender described him as a student who presents himself with level-headedness and grace. Another said, "Simon will be an absolute asset to anyone with which he is affiliated. Words cannot express how enthusiastically and emphatically I recommend him." I had the honor of having Simon over Zoom during COVID year, and I feel like a lot of my students here tonight, we were in the COVID journey together, and I think it helped all of us bond a little bit and feel like we weren't alone. And so Simon was always super positive, and it was actually just super fun being on Zoom with Simon. So Simon's going to be attending Earlham College to study media and communication arts.
Hi, thank you so much for this opportunity. I want to thank my parents. They've been very supportive through the whole process. I know I'm not always the easiest. And I also really want to thank the teachers. We have really great teachers at McCaskey, so very grateful for that. Thank you.
I was just going to add, Simon, that as it looks like you have a little communications bent, if you're interested in coming to the station, I'd be glad to give you a tour. But I'm not giving you my seat just yet. Got to earn that. All right, and the last two people we talked about were getting the Donegal Insurance Scholarships. Those are $5,000 each. I think I've been a little remiss in not saying the scholarships as I announced the names. The next couple of people are getting the Georgina and Thomas Russo Scholarships, also $5,000 each. That is fantastic. And the first one of those is for Stephanie Lopez. Stephanie? Stephanie is an IB diploma candidate who's secretary of the National Honor Society, clarinet section leader in the marching band, and on the costume team of the musical. Stephanie is bilingual, and in her essay, she wrote how she wants to become a voice of immigrant people. She continues, "My parents are from Colombia, and they came to the U.S. in search of a better life for my sister and I. This has had a profound impact on how I view the opportunities I receive every day. I would like to bring that positive change to others' lives, and I would like to open up a world of possibilities for people that need it." One teacher said, "Stephanie is one of the most intelligent, hardworking, curious, and compassionate students I have ever taught in my 15 years of teaching." How incredible it is that a teacher would say that about you. Nobody ever said that about me. They said, "Oh, are you still here?" Another teacher described Stephanie as one of the kindest and most caring individuals you will ever encounter. Stephanie is going to go to Haverford College and study sociology. Congratulations.
Hello, everyone. I'm very appreciative of this scholarship tonight. I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and I would like to thank my parents that they have supported me throughout everything, and my sister Joyce, of course, can't forget about her. She is the best sister I could ever have, and congratulations to everyone, my classmates and my friends. Thank you.
Nicely done. Hey, you. We're proud of you. Congratulations. Yeah. Fantastic. All right, about those twins. Here's another one. Rebecca Crowley, could you please come on up? A lot of you may recognize Rebecca as the captain of the soccer team. She's also president of Club Unified and part of the Unified track team. She belongs to the National Honor Society, and she's part of the costume crew for the spring musical. She also works at the Lancaster Sweet Shop. One recommender describes her as a leader on and off the soccer field who is respected and inclusive of all. Sarah also recycles old clothes to reduce carbon emissions. Is that white blouse old? What? Is that an old white blouse? Yes, it is. Are you kidding? It's fantastic. You walked up and I thought, I need that for TV. It's fantastic. Okay, good for you. I lost my part. About 10%, this is what she says, about 10% of all carbon emissions are created by the fashion industry. I've made it a priority to keep sustainability at the core of my motives, and as I continue to advocate for sustainable fashion and environmentally conscious practices, it is inspiring to see those around me take part. Sarah was also a top seller of original artwork in Lancaster art shows. Rebecca is going to attend that little place called Boston University, where she will study fine visual arts. Congratulations.
Hi, everybody. I just want to say thank you to all the families and all of the donors here supporting us on this next step. It can be really intimidating, so I just want to say thank you for making it a little bit easier.
Congratulations. I'm thinking you could recycle that with me. I'm happy to take it off your hands for you. All right, next up, Rachel, you're going to talk about
Miriam Lester. Is Miriam here this evening? Yay. Hey, Miriam.
We fought over Miriam.
Yeah, we did. We both have taught Miriam, so this was a little bit of a fight. So Miriam is a member of the National Honor Society, an editor for the McCaskey Vedette newspaper, and a 4-H member. She has raised puppies with a purpose, seeing eye dogs, and she's actually the president of that organization. She belongs to the Boy Scouts of America and spent her junior year in Ireland studying abroad, and I was lucky to get a postcard of a library.
She's also showing the Boy Scouts a thing or two, right?
Yeah, for sure. So summer she works at Springhouse Brewery, and in her essay she explained, I've spent a lot of my childhood doing one very targeted, very deliberate thing, raising seeing eye dogs. Now as I move on to college and beyond, I want to find a new purpose. I'm already beginning to discover it in the double major I'm pursuing, where anthropology will provide me a way to look back at how human civilization formed, sociology will allow me to look forward to what could be. Teacher recommenders describe Miriam as a curious thinker and a global citizen. Miriam will attend the University of Edinburgh to study sociology and anthropology.
Hello. So, my major did change. I am now studying social anthropology and politics, so another way to look forward. But yeah, I just really want to thank everyone. I think I've been really lucky, as a lot of us have, attending McCaskey and being taught by McCaskey teachers. I think it's a community that really helped me grow, and I think it helps a lot of people grow and fosters a lot of different ways for people to grow. I want to thank my parents, my teachers, my friends. There's a lot of you out there, which I'm excited about. But thank you, and the donors as well.
So up next is Stella Weaver. Stella, come on down. I never had the privilege of teaching Stella, but I did interview her for the MLK scholarships, and you could tell right away that she just had this joy de vivre, and she knew exactly what she wanted to do. She is the founder and the president of the Eco Club, president of the Ski Club, president of the National Honor Society, costume crew for the musical, and in her spare time, she was also a cheerleader. She participated in the Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful Young Ambassadors of Pennsylvania PA program. She works at Tacos del Sol as a server and babysits for a child with developmental delays. After volunteering at a summer camp, Stella was moved to want to make environmental education accessible. One teacher Mr. Deardorff, explained how they have seen no other student match Stella's compassion and work ethic during his 29 years of teaching, and they are confident that she will develop into a positive, contributing asset to our society. Right on, Stella. Go get him.
Hi, everyone. One small correction. I am not the president of National Honor Society. That is my friend Esme. She rocks. She'll be up here soon. That's cool.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you, everyone, for coming out and being in this beautiful building. I think that the integrity of the building is really symbolic of all the students being honored tonight and their integrity. So thank you, and congratulations, everybody.
That's beautiful. All right, next Rachel, you have, okay, you're gonna do Claire.
So our next award goes to Claire Thompson. Claire is ranked 4th in her class of like 430 some children, so that's amazing. Claire is a member of the National Honor Society and participated in robotics, Envirothon, Unified Track and Field, soccer, and orchestra. She also volunteers at Greystone Manor Therapeutic Riding Center and Silvertop Stables and is active in her church youth group. She is a pianist, practicing 10 hours a week, and she babysits year-round. Her robotics team qualified to the PA State Championship for the 3rd year in a row. That's exciting. In her scholarship essay, Claire discussed her experience in music camp last summer in Maine, in which she learned a lot about community. One recommender said, "An investment in Claire is an investment in society. She has wisdom and maturity that far exceed her age. She is a true gem." That is very, very accurate. Claire will attend St. Mary's College of Maryland to major in chemistry.
I'm just very grateful for this scholarship, and I want to say thank you to my teachers, my friends, and my family for helping me survive high school.
Congratulations, Claire. All right, the next scholarships are the William and Amy Mowbray Family Scholarships of $5,000 each. And the first here, you may have seen someone who looks like her, but it was not her. Sarah Crowley. She has the twin Rebecca, who was up here earlier. Come on up, Sarah. Sarah is ranked 12th in her class. She is captain of the varsity soccer team, member of the Penn United Force soccer team, and is Lancaster Rec soccer captain. She's a member of the National Honor Society, her church worship team, and she works at the Lancaster Sweet Shop as the scheduling manager. Sarah won Section 3 All-Academic All-Star for being the senior on the soccer team with the highest GPA, as well as Section 3 First Team All-Star. Wow, okay. Congratulations. In her essay, she wrote, "MLK once said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Voices should not go unheard. Stories should never be left untold. So here I am, camera in hand, ready to make some noise." One recommender explained Sarah's dedication and positivity make her an incredible asset to everything she's a part of. Sarah is going to be attending Drew University to study media and communications. Congratulations.
Hi guys. I'm really happy to see a lot of people I know in the crowd and a lot of people I don't know as well. I just want to say thank you to everyone here who is sponsoring the scholarships, and special thank you to my parents and my twin sister, because we always push each other, and so that's how we probably both got scholarships, because we're like, can't go without one if she gets one, you know? So, but yeah, thank you everyone. It's really nice to be here.
Congratulations. And the offer stands. If you want to come to the TV station, get a hold of me, okay? All right, Matt, you're up.
All right. This is one of the other ones that we fought over, Rachel and I. Yeah, that we both taught. And so it's my privilege to bring Esme King Martin up to the stage. Esme is ranked 11th in her class out of like 400. Yeah, right. But Esme, as Stella already noted, Esme is the president of the National Honor Society and is in the highest IB level Spanish courses available. She served as stage manager in the theater productions, vice president of the vocal ensemble, and secretary of the Youth Equity Stewardship Club. She was also in her spare time a member of the Voices of Freedom, the marching band, Echo Club, and that was the Equity Steering Committee student representative. She also is active in her church youth group, and is currently employed at Dutch Country Concessions. A lot of alliteration there, and tongue twisting. Working 20 hours a week in their spare time again. Esme wrote, "My core values revolve around connecting with and helping others." References describe her as a great leader with a selfless attitude and infectious smile. I would 1000% agree. And she also even became a really good poet once upon a time. Come on up, Esme, right on.
Hi, everyone. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's here today, all the donors, my family. My parents are here, my sister's at home, but thanks to her too. And especially all my friends who make all the work fun, all the extracurriculars fun. Couldn't do it without you all. So thank you again.
And next up for the Betty Beck Scholarship in honor of her parents, Robert and Betty Kreider. This is the scholarship for Ellie Hershey. Ellie, come on up. Ellie is the treasurer of the National Honor Society and played varsity soccer. She was also a varsity cheerleader and a member of the ski club. She also served as the boys' tennis team manager, and her references say she is an amazing human capable of accomplishing whatever she puts her mind to. She is kind, loving, and giving soul to all. Another teacher wrote, "I truly believe she will do great things wherever she goes in life." Ellie will be attending the University of South Carolina to study sports and entertainment management. Right on.
I want to thank my family for all their support, especially my mom, who's here, and also all the donors and McCaskey for all the opportunities they have given me. So yes, thank you, everyone.
I'm going to be presenting the Christine B. Enoch Memorial Scholarship of $5,000. This student is unfortunately unable to attend tonight, but I will be still discussing them. So the student that won this award is Thuy Wen. Thuy is secretary of Black Student Union, a member of Student Council, Senior Council, and editor-in-chief of Burning Glass, McCaskey's Literary and Art magazine, a position they have held the past 2 years. And Mr. Coonan and I are advisors of that, so we are very familiar with Thuy. Outside of school, Thuy babysits and volunteers at her church. One teacher said, "Thuy is one of the best writers I have had an opportunity to work with these past 20 years of working at the school. And Thuy is a force both on campus and in the community." Thuy will attend Millersville University to study business and marketing and publication. And I would like to echo that Thuy is definitely one of the best writers I have ever read, period, from any person in my life. So, yes, and wholeheartedly brought Burning Glass back, so we'd like to honor Thuy. Our next award is the Nicholas and Susan Verona Scholarship for $5,000, and this goes to Connor Gerardi. So I have known Connor as well for 3 years, and I taught him for 2 years, and went through COVID, the COVID journey. Anyway, very special young man. So Connor is sort of a face of the school, being an anchor on the WMCC Tornado Alert morning show. He was bowling captain, a link crew leader, member of marching band and spring play, and on the Benchmark Program Leadership Council. Outside of school, he also volunteers at Domestic Violence Services, the Common Wheel, and a film program at F&M. In his essay, Connor wrote, "I was brought up by a single mom who taught me to be humble and polite and to think of the energy I bring into a room. This is her way of telling me to be conscious of others and of what I contribute to society. This starts with how I govern my own thoughts and actions. I have the power to either positively or negatively impact circumstance." One recommender explains, "Connor brings positive energy to every situation, genuinely cares about others, and is eager to help." And I would like to say that Connor is definitely one of the most positive people at McCaskey and is constantly looking to help anyone that needs help. He has a really solid gold heart. Connor will attend Bucknell and will double major in international relations and film media.
Hello, everyone. I have to say that this is definitely different from anchoring the morning show. Thank you. I want to just say a quick thank you to everyone here. I know it's not easy trekking out. And I want to say thank you to my mom out there. She's definitely been the light of my life. I'm very thankful for everything she's done for me. And I'm thankful to my teachers. And I'm thankful to all the teachers who aren't here today. I just want to give a quick round of applause, actually, to all those teachers. Thank you so much and have a great night.
Okay, next is the Christine and George Veronis Scholarship, also for $5,000, and the recipient is Jolie Bushwati. Congratulations, Jolie. She is from Burundi, and she speaks Swahili, serving as a translator for her family and friends. She was also able to translate for patients at Penn Medicine LGH, where she's been serving as an intern patient care assistant. She was one of 20 students selected for this program, and Jolie wrote in her essay, "The world's greatest satisfaction is reaching down and lifting someone up." Jolie is involved in National Honor Society, HOSA, and Senior Council. Outside of school, she works at the Salvation Army and is a server at a retirement home. Her references explained, "Education is extremely important to Jolie, especially as a first-generation college student. She deeply cares about her family and is willing to do all that she can to make their sacrifices count." Her career choice speaks volumes about who she is as a person. She has such a warm and nurturing personality. Jolie is going to be attending the PA College of Health Sciences to become a nurse.
Hi everyone, my name is Bushwati Jolie. I would like to take this moment to thank the entire Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Scholarship Board, and again thanks to Christine and George Vernes. Thank you for your generosity and support. This scholarship will help me a lot on my journey to college, and thanks to my family and teachers who believe in me. And I will hope one day that I'll be able to help students achieve their goal just how you guys helped me to do for mine. All right, thank you so much.
Can you say something to us in Swahili? I've never heard Swahili, just a little bit.
And I will teach you how to say thank you in Swahili. Asante.
Wow, okay. I don't know that I've ever heard Swahili before.
I know one Swahili word, poa. Poa.
Pa.
Poa. And that is, yeah, like you are totally poa.
What does it mean?
Poa means cool.
Cool, okay.
There are some words that you've got to learn in all languages. Cool is one, cool and please, and then a bunch of others.
Congratulations, Jolie. Thank you.
The next is the generous scholarship from the Hegel, Gannis, and Veronis, won scholarships for $5,000 each. I think there's going to be a series of these. Yes, because thank you, Nico. You are the man. Let's see. The first is for Daniele Lerner. Bravo. Daniele is ranked 7th in his class. Daniele has had straight A's and is earning an IB diploma. He said he wants to study housing inequality and gentrification and find solutions. He is the president of the ski club, and he is a force on the ski hill. He's a member of the National Honor Society, the Boys Varsity Tennis, and the Echo Club. He is active in tennis clinics and gives weekly private guitar lessons. His reference, it says he is inquisitive and is the student one looks for in a classroom year after year. He has also received the highest grade in IB French. And on top of that, he's also totally fluent in Italian and French, right? Everything else, like, yeah, trilingual. He will be attending Wesleyan University and will major in urban studies. Bravo, ben fatto, amigo.
Hi, everyone. I just want to thank the board and the donors, and of course my family, my parents, and my sister, and my dog, and my teachers, and whoever came up with these bios, because I feel like that was a lot of work. Yeah.
Are y'all feeling me when I say, like, these are all such overachievers? Like, it's just incredible, the things you've already accomplished. So proud of you. All right, next up, we would like to welcome Francelis Rodriguez Mejia, right here. Francelis is bilingual, even though at the age of 10, she arrived here from the Dominican Republic and had to learn English. She's a member of the National Honor Society choir, and she volunteers at the Mix after-school program. She wrote, "I have a lot of motivation in me. I think of those voices telling me to stop as a challenge to prove them wrong. I know I will work hard." Recommenders describe Francelis as focused and resilient, and explain that she cares about people and wants to make a difference in the lives of others. Francelis is going to be attending Thaddeus Stevens College of Technology to study business and accounting. Congratulations.
I would like to give a special thank you to the persons donating me this money for my school and for all the years that I will be studying and continuing my career. I would like to give a special thank you to my mom, who's here with me today. I would like to think of her as my biggest #1 fan, alongside as my brothers and my sisters. I would also like to thank you, all my friends, and all my other companies that are here with us today. And I would also like to thank all of you for being here and supporting every family member, the MLK scholarship. Thank you very much for recommending this to me. And I also want to thank the teachers at McCaskey for giving me the push to be where I am today. Thank you.
All right, Rachel.
All right. So our next award goes to Lars Holland. We did. So I actually have taught Lars for the past 3 years. So starting in COVID, then in AP English, and this year in the literary magazine. So he likes to call me his school mom. And some kids really believe that because, you know, blonde hair. Anyway, so in Lars's scholarship essay, Lars wrote, "I want to encourage people to reach for the stars, but maintain the comfort of knowing that if you miss, you still have the moon to land on. He has always dreamed of being a Major League Baseball player. He realizes that is not a possibility, but he plans to land on the moon and go into sports management. Lars is the captain of the baseball team and a member of the National Honor Society. Lars is also a photography editor for Burning Glass, McCaskey's literary and art magazine. He works at Springhouse Brewery as a host and is a member of the Pennsylvania Democrats. Recommenders describe Lars as kind and conscientious, encouraging those around him to bond and work together, which is 100% accurate. He's also a pretty epic pitcher. Lars will attend Temple University to major in sports management.
Hi, everyone. I'd like to thank the donors and my regular parents, I guess, and my school mom, too, because Miss Brumbach's the best. So, yeah, thank you.
Lars. Up next, Marissa Foley. Hi, Marissa. She's a member of the National Honor Society and works as a teacher's aide at Preschool Express. She also works at Rental World and as a babysitter. In the past, Marissa was on the volleyball team and in vocal ensemble. In her scholarship essay, she wrote, "When I was first introduced to human trafficking, I instantly believed that to be one of the worst violations of human rights. I knew then that I needed to step up in whatever way I could. The first step in my plan is to become a police officer. Then eventually I'd like to become part of a more specialized force tasked with putting an end to human and sex trafficking." References explain that Marissa purposes to make everyone around her feel included and cared for. She's also conscientious and shows genuine concern for the community. Her employer described her as definitely a gem worth investing in. Marissa will be attending Pensacola Christian College to study criminal justice. Wow.
Hello, thank you all for coming. I just want to thank the MLK Scholarship Board and all the donors, and then a big thank you to my parents who are such big supporters. They are the first people I called when I received the scholarship, so big thank you to them.
All right. All right, Matt.
Lucy, are you here tonight? Lucy DeCion? Okay. Oh, she's running. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's heard anything about the amazing track team, the women's track team this year. And Lucy is right now running with the 4x800 or the 4x400. One of those phenomenal teams. They have been dominating all year, and they're really, yeah, they're tremendous. So she'll be getting the MLK Memorial Scholarship Memorial Board Scholarship in honor of Ellen Pike, our former board chair. Lucy is the captain of the soccer team. She's a member of the track team and a part of National Honor Society. She'll be earning an IB diploma, and outside of school, she volunteers at the Humane Society, where she also serves as a research assistant for a retired professor. She wrote, "I hope to find meaningful ways to serve those in and outside of my community, including animals." And references describe her as empathetic and open-minded, thoroughly committed to putting in hand work, and one of the highest performing student athletes that they have ever worked with in the last 12 years. She will be attending Davidson College. The next scholarship is I can't do this. Why'd you ask me to do this? No, it's in loving memory of Kathy Kuzmiak, who is a former board member and an extraordinary person.
Yes. And her award will be given to Sophia Kessler. And I don't think Sophia's here this evening. She's sick. She's ill, but I will still speak about her. Sophia is a member of National Honor Society, Math Club, and was prop master for Stage Crew. Sophia is also the campus life editor of the McCaskey Vedette, the school newspaper. References describe Sophia as having an abiding sense of ethics that informs the way she relates to others. She is a loyal friend and protective sister, very respected among her peers and faculty, has a warm personality, and is a role model for others. Sophia dreams to go into neuroscience to develop medical models that emphasize a difference in processing rather than inherent disorder in neurodevelopmental conditions. And that was actually inspired by her own experiences and those of her family members. And so she's really gotten inspired to get into neuroscience for those, her own personal experiences. Sophia will attend Carnegie Mellon University to major in neuroscience.
Sorry about that too. Do you ever have those moments in life that hit you sometimes? Yeah, Kathy was extraordinary. And also, so is the next scholarship and memorial of David Johnson. And this is for the Holy Trinity Lutheran Church, and it is absolutely a delight to go ahead and present this to Zuli Marie Miranda Cosme. Come on up, Zuli. Zoli is a member of the National Honor Society and the SOS Bible Club. She volunteers at her church and has recently taken a job as a cashier at Goodwill to help pay for her expenses with the family. In her scholarship essay, she wrote that she wants to help people going through challenges and she wants to make the world a better place. One recommender described her as one of the kindest individuals you will ever meet. Another reference said, of all the students I have worked with in the school, nobody is more deserving, and that he speaks the truth. Thank you so much, Zoli. Come on up.
I'm not a very public person, so I don't like
You can do it.
I don't like everything, like all my accomplishments being told out loud, but I would like to thank all the donors and my teachers and all the support I've had, Mr. Coonan especially, and my counselors who have supported me to actually do these scholarships, which I did not want to do, but thank you all.
Congratulations, Zoli. Our next scholarship is the Mary France Scholarship for $5,000, and it goes to Liana Garcia. Liana? Liana is the co-vice president of Voices of Freedom Choir, flute section leader of marching band, a peer mediator, link crew leader, and a member of the National Honor Society. Outside of school, she works at Target 30 hours a week, and at home, she helps to take care of her siblings since she is the oldest. She explains, being there for my siblings ever since they were born really opened my eyes that I want to continue doing that for other kids. This is why I hope to become a therapist who focuses more on children and adolescents. I want to continue impacting children's lives and guiding them through their childhood. According to one recommender, Liana has established an amazing reputation in the music department and that she is truly phenomenal. Another explained her greatest asset is being the oldest sibling of six children. Sorry, I'm the oldest of four. 6 children. She had a new sister this year, and that was stressful. Yeah. She spends a lot of time helping at home and takes this role very seriously. Getting a 4.3 GPA with that responsibility, plus a job, is truly a miracle. She will make an excellent therapist in the future. Liana will be attending Temple University to study psychology.
Hello, I'll actually be attending Millersville University for psychology, but I wanted to say thank you to my mom for coming, especially with the 4-month-old baby who is there right now, and for my aunt coming, who is actually a past recipient of the class of 1998. And then just wanted to say thank you to my donor as well, Mary France, who cannot be here today. But yep, just congratulations to everybody. Thank you.
You know, it's so funny, Liana, I don't know you, and I can feel that kids love you. Like, I kind of loved you just standing that close. Such a great, great personality, a good vibe. All right.
That's a good segue for our next recipient. So our next award is the Sharon Hargrave Scholarship for $5,000, and that award goes to Kira Shirk. I have had the honor of having Kira for 2 years, and also Kira is in the McCaskey Literary Magazine Burning Glass as well as photography editor for the past 2 years. And Kira is a natural-born teacher, just 100%. So I will tell a little bit more about Kira. Kira is a member of National Honor Society, Senior Council, Comic Book Club, Youth Equity Stewardship Club, Gay Straight Alliance, National Technical Honor Society, and, Latin Club? Okay. Okay. She also, like I said, was 2 years as photography editor. Kira had the honor of being selected as the School District of Lancaster School Board Student Representative this year, which is a huge honor. She also works part-time outside of school at Creek Hill Nursery. Kira worked this year as an assistant teacher intern at George Washington Elementary School. She was doing lesson planning. She was telling us all kinds of good stories about the kids, and it's very clear that they 100% love her. References describe her as one of the top early childhood students who has personal characteristics that set her apart from her classmates. She is warm, kind, and caring, and that shines through in everything she does. She has made a difference in the lives of so many others. Through her kindness and love, she radiates positivity. Kira will attend Kutztown University to study music education.
Hi everyone, I would like to thank the donors for the scholarships, and I would like to thank my mom for always being my Lorelai to my Rory.
Our next scholarship is the Thomas and Sandra Johnson Scholarship for $5,000, and I don't know if Morgan Stauffer is here this evening. Yay, okay. I thought she might also be running. Morgan is ranked 6th in her class and is a member of the National Honor Society, participated in club field hockey, track and field, indoor track and field, and cross country. Outside of school, Morgan works at Byler's Donuts. In her scholarship essay, Morgan wrote, "The importance of serving others has been ingrained in me since a young age. My mom would tell me that regardless of a situation, you will never regret being kind. This influences my decisions. The act of choosing to intentionally walk with someone on their path is the one greatest gift of service." Morgan's references describe her as having a sweet spirit, wisdom, a strong character, and self-discipline. Morgan will attend LaSalle University to study nursing, and I just wanted to say, we also have both taught Morgan, so it's been a fight. But Morgan, we do brawl. Clearly I win, but anyway. Morgan is someone that you've never heard anyone speak ill of Morgan, ever. Her reputation in school is completely beloved, so congrats.
Hi everyone, I don't have a lot to say, but I just wanted to echo everyone's thanks to the scholarship board and the amazing donors. This is incredible. And I just want to say thank you to my family. My parents are here, and one of my 3 younger brothers, Liam, is here too. So just thank you so much.
So we're about to make a switch into some of the higher level, like some scholarships that were even more than the $5,000 that were just so generous all through. But I also wanted to just take a quick moment. I spotted 2 people who are here tonight, and I wanted to see if anyone else recognizes who they are. Can you please raise your hand if you know the name Miss Salvada or Miss Kilgore, and if they helped you at all during this time? Yes. Can you guys please stand? You all are probably wondering why I'm going off the rails. I know probably the board members are wondering what's happening with this too. Miss Savada and Miss Kilgore also run the Future Career Center. Did I get that right? Future Vendor Center. there we go. They worked tirelessly, answered emails, helped all the students write all the scholarship essays, scour scholarships, college applications, you name it. FAFSAs, which raise your hands if you know what a pain the FAFSA form can be. Yes. All right, so thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to give them a shout out. The next scholarship is for $6,000. It's a combined scholarship. It's the nursing scholarship in loving memory of Joan Pollock, former board member and board chair. She was the first board chair, is that correct, of this association. And then also a $1,000 David Walburn Scholarship in memory of his mother, Evelyn Loretta Walburn. And it's my privilege to give that, to award that scholarship to Angelise Flores. Angelise is a member of the gospel choir, the Health Career CTE program, and she's also a cheerleader. She is also a peer mediator, a link crew leader, and a National Honor Society. Outside of school, Angelise is a star employee at the Divine Shine Car Wash. Her peer mediation teacher, Brother Frank Albright, raise your hands if you know Brother Albright. Yep. Explains that Angelise has quiet energy that doesn't stop. She helps other students feel comfortable as soon as they enter the room. Once students have Angelise as a peer mediator, they want to keep coming back when they have an issue, and I am so impressed with her. In her scholarship essay, Angelise wrote, "Helping patients brings me joy." On top of all this, she's also a shredder on the slopes as a snowboarder. Angelise will attend Wilkes University to become a nurse. Come on up.
So I've had the pleasure of having both of these people as my communication arts teachers, and this year in Kunin's class we're all about shout outs, and I'd like to give both of them a shout out. I've had Kunin this year, and I did have Ms. Brumbach last year, and their kindness and support has been so important for these last 2 years. They've been my support system, and I'm so thankful for them. Thank you.
Congratulations. We are now going to award the $6,000 June Heller Scholarship given in honor of all past MLK scholarship recipients. And I'd like to ask Melanie Balbuena to come on up. Melanie is the other of the twins. Melanie is in the National Honor Society, I should say, on the Distinguished Honor Roll and was selected to be in the CTE Early Childhood Program. She volunteers at her church and Lancaster Rec Daycare. She's an assistant teaching intern in a 3rd grade classroom at George Washington Elementary School. And outside of school, she works at Columbia Sportswear. One recommender said, "Melanie truly cares about the world we live in and will make it a better place." In her scholarship essay, Melanie wrote, "I love to volunteer. I love helping people. Being an educator is not for everyone, but I know it is for me." Melanie's dream is to attend Millersville University and become an ESL teacher. Congratulations.
I'm so thankful for this scholarship and my family. Thank you.
Could you go a little closer to the mic just so we hear it?
I'm so thankful for this scholarship and my family.
Impressive sisters there. Congratulations, Mom and Dad, and everybody else who helped raise them.
So the next award is a $10,000 the Schoenberger Endowed Scholarship, and that'll be over $1,250 per semester over 4 years. And that, I had the privilege of interviewing this wonderful young lady. Her name is Heaven Rodriguez. Heaven, would you please come on up? Heaven has been a member of the National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, the concert and the marching band, the vocal ensemble, the mixed chorus, and Voices of Freedom. She also worked in various religious youth groups. This year she served as an assistant teacher at the Covenant Child Care Center, working 28 hours in an internship. She has also worked at Kids Foot Locker as a sales associate. Let's see, the other thing too, I'm gonna get to that. In her scholarship essay, Heaven wrote, "My dream is to become a teacher that all students can trust. I want to help children reach their full potential without them feeling unworthy. I want them to be able to develop strong bonds to give them a safe space. Many students don't have that safe space at home, so as an educator, I want to be that space." She comes by it naturally. I know she's had a tremendous role model for her. Her father. And in 9th grade, Heaven was a pioneer and helped form the first ever women's wrestling team in the state of Pennsylvania. She grew up wrestling because her father was a boys wrestling coach, a natural team leader. Unfortunately, she had to leave the sport in 10th grade due to some health circumstances. But this is when Heaven decided to join the cheerleading team instead. She talked about how she found a voice and she could just help inspire others and cheer them on. One recommender explains, despite extensive health issues, Heaven pushed through and redefined herself, all while keeping solid grades and a positive attitude. Another recommender described her as being extremely patient and outstanding with the children she works with, and I know she's going to follow in the footsteps of her amazing father and educator who she spoke so passionately about. So, well done, Heaven.
Good evening, everyone. First off, I want to thank the donors, because without you, none of this would have happened. Sorry, I'm a little shooketh because it's a lot of money. Yeah, I just want to give thanks to my family for all that they do, and I wouldn't be here without them. So, yeah, thank you for everything and all of my friends in the crowd. So, congratulations to everyone.
And there was a correction, Heaven. You'll actually be receiving $15,000. So, just a heads up. Very exciting. She is now more shaken.
Heaven's like, I'm not mad. All right, next is the $10,000 Schoenberger Endowed Scholarship. It's going to be $1,250 per semester over 4 years, which is going to be such a help. Oh, that was Heaven. Okay, oh, pardon. I meant to say the $10,000 Hegel Gans and Verona Scholarship. So, okay, here we go. Angelica Mendoza. Angelica is the historian of the National Honor Society, captain of the field hockey team, color guard captain of the marching band, dance captain of the spring musical. Do you like to lead? And secretary of Voices of Freedom Gospel Choir. She also participated in track and field, chamber choir, echo club, ski club, and was a peer mediator. She was elected to the Tri-M Music Honor Society. In her scholarship essay, she wrote, "Losing a loved one that I was so close with forced me to grow up a lot quicker than expected. With this maturity came my realization of gratitude for the present moment and the people around me." Sorry for your loss. One recommender said, "Angelica is one of the most creative, dedicated, and compassionate young women I've ever worked with in my 22 years of teaching. Her ability to connect with others is remarkable for someone of her age. Angelica is going to be attending the University of Pittsburgh to major in psychology with a Spanish minor."
Hello. So actually, I changed my major. So now I'm doing social work to make it more broad and whatever. But I'm so grateful to be here, for everyone here, especially the Veronases for being here, and Hegogans as well. and just the McCaskey community, all my friends and family, I could not do anything without. And also my brother for being here. He also is an MLK recipient in 2020, which he couldn't have this because of COVID, sadly, so he's living in my shoes. But yeah, love you guys, bye.
Congratulations. We now have a $10,000 combined scholarship. It is $5,000 from the Thaddeus Stevens Scholarship in honor of Lisa and Bill Starr, former board members and treasurers, and $5,000 from Nicholas and Susan Veronis, their scholarship. And the recipient is Biamungu Ruhugita. Congratulations, he's got his own fan club even. Biamungu is a member of marching band, robotics club, computer club, Rotary Club, and is a Link crew leader. He also volunteered at the Salvation Army in Fulton Elementary School and is active in his church youth group. Biamungu lives with 17 members of his family. Who's here tonight? Okay, a couple of them, congratulations. And he is a refugee from Congo. That is really cool. He explains, I impact my community by using what I learned to help and teach people around me so they help the community too. One recommender explained, he has made the most of his situation when many others in the same situation would have given up. He has an amazing ability to change the culture in a room for the better. Always smiling, he amazes me in the classroom. Another reference said, I have no doubt that an investment in Biamungu's higher education will return tenfold dividends to our society. Biamungu is going to be attending Thaddeus Stevens and then go to a 4-year school to major in computer and network systems administration. Congratulations.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, my English is not good, but I'm gonna try. So yeah, I wanna thank my dad and my mom and all my teachers. Right now, where I am right now, it's because of them. And I would like to thank Ms. Savaler and Ms. Kilgore for always being there for me every time when I need help with almost anything. And I just wanna thank everybody. Thank you.
Congratulations, Biamungu. I just want to say the name because it's so cool.
He definitely won the best dressed.
He's a beautiful young man. The next recipient will be getting the $10,000 Nicholas and Susan Veronis Scholarship, and that is Nairobi Gien. Let me tell you a little bit about Nairobi. She's a member of the National Honor Society, Rotary Club, and the Spring Musical. She also volunteers at the Boys and Girls Club and at Washington Elementary School. Originally from the Dominican Republic, Nairobi explains, my family's culture is wrapped in community. Working with kids brings me joy. She has been a protective sister for her brother since she was 8. One reference said, encountering many students in my time, there are many that stand out as exemplary. However, few reach the caliber of Nairobi. Her academic record speaks for itself. What the record misses is the level of empathy I watched her employ every day in class, the hallways, and throughout her career at McCaskey. Nairobi is a true role model for others. She's going to be attending Shippensburg University to study social work. Congratulations.
I wanted to thank my family and the donors.
But most of all, today was actually my last day interning with my third graders over at Washington. And they all gave me these letters saying thank you. And obviously they're not here, you would have heard them. So I want to say thank you to them, and as my first ever class and last one, because I'm going to be doing social work, I hold them close to my heart. So, yeah.
Next, we have a $12,000 scholarship, also from Nicholas and Susan Veronis. Your generosity is just overwhelming. And the winner is Kevin Kurimbereza. Did I say that right? Okay, thank you. Oh, you look really beautiful. They're going to hand you your packet, but congratulations. Trust me, you'd rather go that way. Kevin is the treasurer of the National Honor Society, a CTC ambassador, and has been a student of the month at McCaskey, as well as at the Career and Technology Center. Kevin is also active in her church and works at 7-Eleven. A refugee from Burundi, Africa, Kevin is fluent in 5 languages and lives with 13 of her family members. Where are you? Can you stand up or give us a wave or something tonight? I love that. Kevin explains, I am frequently appointed to be in charge at home since both my parents work full-time. I cook, clean, do laundry, and provide childcare for younger siblings. One recommender describes her as having a great sense of compassion for others and as a rare student who strives to improve in every aspect of her education and well beyond. Kevin is going to be attending Liberty University to obtain a degree in public health. Congratulations.
I want to thank Nicholas and Susan for giving me this scholarship. I was so honored to get this. I was at work and I saw the Gmail. I was so shocked. So I read it again to make sure that that's true, that I got $12,000 and $500. And I was so excited to hear that and see that. And I want to also thank my parents and Sandy and her family too for helping me with this scholarship. And everyone for being here today. Thank you so much.
All right. Nancy, oh, you are here. Okay, please, come on up. I'm always bad at pronouncing your last name. Nancy Valkamburglis. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. First, I want to say this. I heard Janelle make the comment about whoever did these bios, it's a lot of work. And I think you should all know that this lady here to my left, Becky, one of our co-chairs of our board, wrote up all these bios. So let's give Becky a hand. I am here and very honored to do so, to speak on Nelson Polite. This scholarship fund is named for Martin Luther King. We're all aware of who he is and was and always will be, and what he accomplished in this life. Here in Lancaster, we have been blessed, we're blessed and always will be, with our version of Martin Luther King, and that was Nelson Polite. I first knew of him through my mother because he and Mom were classmates at McCaskey. They bonded and became friends because they both knew the meaning of discrimination. Mom was a new immigrant. Her English wasn't quite right. She didn't get to participate in a lot of things because she had to work to help support the family. I know a lot of our immigrant and refugee students know the meaning of that. And Nelson was discriminated against because of the color of his skin. The two of them formed a friendship. That's how I first met Nelson. I got to know him better through Lancaster politics. I was part of his campaign when he ran for city council. Not only did he win, he became the first African American president of our city council. He also served as chair of the City Planning Commission. He and I worked together on voter registration. We walked all over the southeast quadrant of Lancaster, registering voters, and he taught people that it was their most important right as Americans, and they needed to register, and they needed to vote. And as Reverend Bailey has said about him, and it was very true, and don't we wish it were true of politicians today, he stood for the principles he ran on. He followed through with promises that he made to his community. He was a gifted civil rights leader in this community. I remember him particularly during the summer of '68. I'm old. It was a very volatile summer. Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy had both been assassinated, and there was much unrest, not only in Lancaster, but across our nation. And Nelson was the voice calling for calm, calling for peace, calling for remembrance of what Martin Luther King stood for, and that violence was not his MO. He calmed our community. He helped bring it together. And then in the early '80s, he and other concerned leaders of our southeast quadrant got together to try to do things for the residents of the southeast. Some of what came out of those meetings was Martin Luther King Plaza, which stands on South Duke Street, first block there. Also, the renaming of what was then Higbee Elementary School. I mean, did anybody know who E.E. Higbee was? So I don't know if you're aware of this, but Martin Luther King Elementary was the first school in Pennsylvania outside of Pittsburgh or Philadelphia to be named in honor of Martin Luther King. Nelson Polite was a leader in this movement. When, on the day of the renaming, Martin Luther King's daughter, Yolanda, who has since passed, who he called Yoki, was here for that ceremony. We got to meet her. Even after all these accomplishments, Nelson said, but we have to do something for the kids, something lasting for the youth of Lancaster. And it was his brainchild that something be scholarships. Scholarships for kids that graduated from McCaskey, and he especially wanted them to be students who had gone to Martin Luther King Elementary. Unfortunately, there are years when we don't get any applicants that have attended Martin Luther King, so we had to broaden that. And now it is for all McCaskey graduates, whether or not they went. But we do give you bonus points. So I hope those of you who are at Martin Luther King are listening somehow, that you do get bonus points on the rubric if you attended there. So, Nelson served on our board from its inception in the early '80s, and he remained on the board until 2015, when his health no longer allowed that he do so. In January of 2016, our board voted to offer its first 4-year scholarship. And of course, we wanted it named in honor of Nelson Polite. I was given the honor of going to visit Nelson, which I did time and again. He was born on North Street and he died on North Street in that same home. I got to visit him in that home 2 weeks before he died. He was no longer verbal. But his children encouraged me to go up and whisper in his ear. They wanted him to know the good news about the scholarship. So I whispered, Nelson, we have voted on this 4-year scholarship and it's going to be named for you. And he nodded his head and a tear rolled down his eye, and I knew he had understood what I had said to him. So he took the good news with him to his eternal life. And we are grateful for that. So congratulations. They're going to speak to who received this award. I just wanted you to know the measure of the man for whom it is named. Thank you.
It is my great honor to present the Nelson Polite Award to Isaiah Marshall. Oh my gosh, is he? No. Oh no. Isaiah, are you here? Oh no.
Oh, he is in track. He's part of the track
Oh
relay
no.
team.
Okay, I'm still going to be reading about Isaiah. Isaiah is a dual enrollment student and a leader at both school and church. In school, Isaiah is a member of cross country, computer club, and Black Student Union. He also participated in the All-Star Code program. At church, Isaiah has been Youth for Christ president, treasurer for Bethel AME Church Conference, choir member, food bank volunteer, and he even co-founded a toy ministry. One reference explained, Isaiah has been instrumental in providing support to serving the community of Lancaster. In his neighborhood, he shovels snow, cuts grass, and delivers food to neighbors. Another teacher describes Isaiah as an eager learner with a smile every day, who is optimistic and takes advantage of the opportunities presented to him. In his scholarship essay, and this is, since he's not here, unfortunately, hopefully this gives you a glimpse of Isaiah's character. I was honored to teach him for 2 years. He says, as a kid, I always struggled with reading and writing, especially as a Black kid. Some teachers didn't expect me to overcome this challenge. And that's the beauty of life. You are the only one who can fix your mistakes. Instead of accepting other viewpoints, I dedicated the next 2 summers to reading books. By improving my comprehension skills, I found a new passion for books. In addition, I continued to set my bar higher by signing up for honors, AP, and IB courses, too. Unfortunately, some people encouraged me yet again to stop, but I keep proving them wrong. If you run a race, you can't just stop halfway and expect results. When running, you have to ignore the background noise and focus on moving forward to the end. I want to help other kids understand this same ideology. Success is ultimately up to you. You can't always count on people to see the potential in you. You have to find it for yourself. You are responsible for your own journey. Isaiah will attend Thaddeus Stevens College for 2 years and then will attend Millersville University, majoring in computer software engineering technology, and his smile will light up the entire room. Thank you.
All right. We may have to schedule this for next year on a non-track day. All right, last but certainly not least is the $25,000 Botsteber Foundation Scholarship. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It will be distributed over 4 years, And our winner is Gaurab Gamir. Gaurab is the vice president of Chess Club and is a member of the National Honor Society and stage crew. He also played in the marching band and as a soloist in jazz band. What do you play? Sax. Oh, that's cool. Outside of school, he works at Sukhothai restaurant as a server. One recommender described him as an inquisitive young man who wants to help others and learn as much as he can, who is remarkable, with a great sense of humor. A refugee from Nepal, Gaurab explained in his scholarship essay, "I spent the first 3 years of my life in a refugee camp in Nepal. When I was young, I witnessed a community which had been exiled from their homes and their country. Despite their situation, these people believed in kindness and sought to help those around them. My greatest inspiration has been this community that has worked their way up. My family arrived into an economic recession with scarce support, barely speaking English. Growing up, I witnessed the strength of the community as everyone would aspire to help those in need. As I grew older and able to help, I too began to participate, helping people learn the language and caring for the elderly and the youngest among us. Many caring people helped me learn math and taught me life skills. They've allowed me to get where I am today. Those who helped me learn English, I'm getting jumbled up here because I'm a little choked up. Anyway, having received this kindness, it is only natural that I pay it forward." Gaurab will attend temple. He's going to be an owl, and he will be studying computer science. Gaurab, congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to thank the Bobster Foundation and the MLK Scholarship Board for this opportunity. This is an amazing opportunity, and even now I'm still kind of in shock about it. And every day I get reminded, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy, and yeah. And then when I first told my parents about it, the joy and the surprise and the happiness, well, I'll never forget that. And I'm always thankful for you for this opportunity. And going off of that, I'd like to thank my parents, my mom who could be here with me tonight, and my dad's at work right now, and also my brother who's here with me. They've been such a big motivator and contributor to my success, and they've always been there working their hardest and pushing me forward and always making sure I'm willing and able to do what I need to do to succeed. I'd also like to thank all the teachers who've helped me through my academic career, back from Miss Berge at Buchanan Elementary all the way up to Miss Browning here at McCaskey. They've been huge helps, and without them, I could have never made it as far as I have today. Last note, I'd like to thank the church here. They were actually the ones who helped my parents learn English when we first moved here, and my mom and dad would also like to thank you for that. And yeah, thank you, everyone.
Man, Gaurab, congratulations. He is the last of the 38 who've been awarded tonight. And I don't know about you, but when I grew up, we didn't work. We went to school. And I think it's amazing that so many of the young people here are so outstanding. They have so far surpassed anything I had accomplished at that age and are also working, which just shows you the value of these scholarships. It's so important, and we are so grateful for those among us who have reached a certain level of success and are able to pay it to those who are going to be the next generation of leaders. So I'm really proud to be involved tonight. A lot of people talk about, these kids, in a sort of a get off my porch kind of way. But these kids, I feel so hopeful tonight. I feel like we're really in good hands. Thank you for investing in the future, those of you who are and are able to do so. That's fantastic. I hope someday I'm in a position to do so. It's just wonderful. June, Becky, Rachel, Matt, Reverend Menser, Nancy, the Veronuses, everybody here, thank you very much for making me a part of this. I'm just really proud, you know. We talked a little bit about you're the ones who are going to have to solve the problems. And again, it's great to feel hopeful that we are seeing a generation that can actually accomplish some of those things and grow up. I'm like, are you going to be a congressman or the president? Or I look forward to covering whatever you end up doing, and the rest of you. It's just so darn impressive. You're really overachievers. So if you ever feel bad about yourselves, man, just take a good look in the mirror. Next, we have many honorable guests here tonight, but among them, and I don't have my glasses on, so I haven't seen her yet, is the Honorable Mayor Deneen Sirachi. She is the honorary chair of the MLK board, and she's going to offer some closing words at this time, after which Becky Grube, the board co-chair, will address the students with some important information. Mayor Sirachi.
Good evening, everyone. And Janelle, it's wonderful to have you here tonight. I really appreciate this has been a investment and a labor of love for so many people, and to have you here and to have these students and this work on WGAL is very gratifying, so thank you very much. So good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Deneen Sirachi, and I have the honor of serving as mayor for the city of Lancaster, and I get there's some really good parts of my job, and one of them is being the honorary chair of this board. And it is a weird night for me tonight because I came late because I was coming from the Hazel I. Jackson Middle School, where there were young people that were standing on stage talking about describing words like determination and how they are an influencer and how they can be the best version of themselves. And one young woman who was the MC was talking about how she wanted to go to a historical Black college and major in social work. And of course, I had to tell them all that there's this scholarship fund that is not so far away for them, and that this is possible for them to receive an award between $5,000 or $25,000 that can help them achieve their dreams. And it's also a weird night for me because I'm looking around this room. I'm gonna get choked up. There's a lot of kids in here that I have seen since they have been little ones growing up in our city. And to see them launching, to know that I've been cheering for them from the sidelines, whether they've been in band, whether they've been in field hockey, going to their concerts, their plays, and I don't know all of you, but I know a lot of you. And it is such an honor to be on this side, to see you grow and thrive. And to know that as mayor, we have made it a priority to be a welcoming city, to make this a place, a community that is a place where people from literally around the globe can come here and thrive. And I know that we're just a little part of your story, but I want you to know that Lancaster is so proud of you all tonight. And so, I've got stories about all of these kids in the room from their mamas and papas and their, teachers and so on, and my own experiences, yes, of, watching these kids grow up. But I just have to say that, Martin Luther King's most famous words are, "I have a dream." You all have shared your dreams with us tonight, and we are so excited to help launch those dreams for you. And you can have more than one dream, and I am so excited to see where those dreams take you. And please don't ever forget the community from whence you came. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I do want to give her credit because she and her assistant, Bernie, do all our mailings for us. They print things for us. They do all kinds of things that we would have to pay for otherwise. So please give them a round of applause. I just want to say that I am so excited about this group tonight. You are just wonderful, and we are just all so proud of you. And we thank you for all the work that you've done to get as far as you've gotten tonight, and we look forward to seeing what you're going to be doing in the future. So let's give our group tonight another round of applause. This is going to be very brief, and this is for the students. In your packets that you got, you'll find a contract that you need to sign tonight and give to me, and I'll be sitting up here in my chair waiting for you to bring it to me. There's a copy there for you to keep, but there's also one for you to give to me, because we need to have that so that when you ask for your money, we can give it to you, okay? So if you can't give it to me tonight, you can mail it to me, but it would be preferable if you could give it to me tonight before you leave. In closing, I want to also give thanks again to Janelle Stelson. I think she had to leave, but let's give her a round. Oh, there she is. I'm sorry. And so at this time, I would like to, and this is the last time I'll be doing this, but I'd like to introduce the Reverend Dr. Timothy Menser of Holy Trinity Lutheran Church, who will provide the benediction, and we wish him well in his new position that he'll be taking at the end of the month.
I arrived in Lancaster on May 1st of 2008, and my first exposure to a public event was being at the Scholarship Awards banquet. And at the end of that night, I went home and I said to my wife, I said, we're in the right place. So I think it's fitting that as I wrap up 15 years here, that my last public event is at the Scholarship Board. But as I was sharing with Mayor Shirachi, which we talked earlier, that I'm heading to Columbus, Ohio for a new call, that every city will be held to the standard of Lancaster in my mind. And that is a good challenge for them. So receive this blessing. May you go from this place making decisions about others based on what you've learned about them and not what others have told you to believe about them. Go forth from this place honoring the integrity of each person you meet and not violating their value because of their gender, age, race, orientation, or country of origin. Go forth from this place living with humility, giving thanks for your strengths and accomplishments and owning and repenting of your mistakes. Knowing that doing what is right may not bring rewards nor make you feel good, but do what's right anyway. May you go forth from this place including every person you meet by listening to their stories. Go forth drawing up the courage to speak truth to those who believe that the violence of words through mockery and the violence of weapons is the way to resolve conflict. Go forth from this place vowing to read books you're told not to read. And go forth from this place investing your soul in the practices of giving thanks, generosity, affirming, compassion, and a genuine concern for the well-being of others. And may you do so with the light of truth leading you and the divine hand guiding you. Amen.
I forgot. I'm awfully nervous up here, but I'm supposed to tell the students to please come up here for a picture before you go across the street for desserts, okay? And everyone else is welcome to go and have some dessert while you're waiting. Thank you all for coming.